Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. Hopefully, you can't hear any music in the background. I did turn it down. But KULR technology. A lot of people have been telling me, hey, can you check this one out? What do you think? So I took a quick look at what it has to do with AI. It doesn't seem like it's an AI stock. It does not seem like it's an AI stock. It got a Navy contract. It works with NVIDIA, NASA, I believe, and SpaceX. I think it's battery technology is what I'm getting at. That's what at least what I'm getting from looking at this stock and just checking out, getting an overview of it. It's been getting a lot of buy ratings with price targets as far as $5, sitting at $3 almost. And if it breaks above $3 on Monday, we could see this go back to 381, which was the previous high. And if we go to 381 from $3, that's a healthy 25% plus. If you play the breakout, this might be a day trade opportunity tomorrow. Honestly, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I don't like day trading. I like swing trading from bottoms. If you guys follow this channel, you know I love bottoms. Where's the bottom? Well, the bottom unfortunately is all the way down here. So I'm I'm not buying. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not buying that. Let's see, like Riot stock. Where's the bottom on this? Well, actually, that's not a good one. Let's look at something better. Where's Cyberlux here? This one works with the government. Where's the bottom on this one? Oh, look where the bottom is. So this one's getting close to the bottom. So I already bought in, and I'm just gonna sit on it for the next, the next pump. Unfortunately, the bottom buying strategy is not gonna work with KULR technology. So the next best thing is we're gonna have to play the breakout. But we have to set a stop loss. We can't just jump in blindly and throw money at it and hope for the best. So you jump in. If it goes to 380, you take your profit, or you hold it to see if it goes above 380 and goes to $5. Because the sky's the limit after 380. Like there's no resistance after 380. At that point, it's sky's the limit. Sky's the limit after that. Which $5 is a nice round number. That would be like the next target because people love those big round numbers. $5, $10. So don't be surprised if this can go higher if we do get that breakout. It's important we get that breakout though. If that breakout doesn't happen and we pull back and fall, then that's the end of the run. Because you can see this stock right here on the weekly. It loves to have a lot of pumps, but also retraces the move, right? Pumps here, retraced all of its move. Pumped here, retraced all of its move and went lower. Pumped here, came back right back to where it was previously. So it loves to do that. If this is a change in the pattern, we'll see. We won't know until time goes by. But for the time being, at least short term going into Monday, if we look at the volume, you'll see the volume on this big green candle was 695 million. The big green candle here, 402 million. That's a lot of volume because the pullbacks we had 273 million and 88 million in volume, and then this thing just ran last week, 402 million in volume. So the funny thing is, if we do some quick maths here, let's do some quick math. So we got a huge explosion in volume here on this green candle and here because the previous volume was 73 million and then a huge explosion in volume to 695 million. What followed after that initial big green candle with a lot of volume was we still went from a high of 118 here to a high of 174 the next week, the next red candle here. So we went from 116 to one what? So we almost moved like 80 cents. Almost, not quite, but you get what I'm saying. We almost moved say 80 cents the following week, following this huge explosion in volume. So if we're gonna get something similar, it would go without saying that if we're gonna move another 80 cents like that, if we're gonna get another candle here, even if it's a red candle for the week, it looks like we still, regardless, get that 80-cent move. If that's the case, one would say if history is going to repeat itself, and assuming we do get the breakout, we should hit that $3.80 target. So that's what I'm watching out for. So I would say, yeah, especially if you're in the Discord, be on the lookout for an alert from me if I'm going to jump in on this one. I'll probably jump in with a small position. I'm not going to go crazy and put 10K in that. I only put 10K if we're at the bottom. See, if it was down here at 10 cents, yeah, in hindsight, I would have put 10K in, but I'm chasing here. I'm going to have a stop loss. I'm going to go in with like maybe a grand, maybe 500 bucks. Like I'm not desperate to get rich. I'm not. I'm just here to take advantage of the opportunity that the market presents. So let me look at the smaller time frames just real quick and see what's the 3 minute looking like. So 3 minute, Yeah, if we get that breakout, let's look at when did the breakout happen? What day was it? See, this is the kind of analysis I do. What happened during this breakout here? What day was it? The 29th? When we had a huge amount of, oh no, that's the daily. The weekly was the 25th when we had a huge amount of volume. So the 25th, we got to go way back in time here. Way back in time. Wow, this thing has been pumping for a while. Okay, so here it dumped, then it had a pump the next day, and then, so we would expect another pump here, actually. Let's look at the previous. Here it pumped again. So if you bought it open, I mean, it hit a high of 264. You bought it at around 150. That's money in the bank right there. So really what I'm seeing here, as I'm scrolling on to the left-hand side on the charts here, what I'm seeing is a stock that once it started getting volume, like one day it dumps and the next day it pumps. You know what I'm saying? See, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump? Question mark. So we could, yeah, there's money to be made here, but probably have a stop loss. I don't know what my stop loss is going to be. I'm probably going to set a trailing stop of 0.30, give it some leeway. And I'll probably just go in with $1,000. If I lose the money, I lose the money, whatever. So for example, I would probably wait for the crossover on the MACD. This is the strategy that I'm going to use. I call it the MACD strategy on the lower time frame. It's going to use the 3 minute time frame. So for example, here crossed over. Yeah, I'm day trading this one. I'm not chasing that. Yeah, so here you got the crossover in the MACD. You bought in, let's say hypothetically at 242 because you buy the top. That we always assume worst case scenario you buy the top. Went to 270, then it pulled back to 248. You have not gotten stopped out with your 30-cent stop loss. And here you did get stopped out. No, 286 to no. Oh yeah, you got stopped out here with your trailing stop. So you still ended up making money on this day. No, I think the stop has to be more of a hard stop then. I don't think a trailing, no, not a trailing stop then. Give it a hard stop. I think a hard stop would be better now that I think about it. So that's what I would look for. I would look to see if it gets a crossover in the MACD down here, and then buy in, have a stop loss, keep it nice and tight. For example, a nice and tight stop loss. I mean, if you bought in the crossover here, you set a tight stop literally underneath that candle right here at 232. So you bought it 234, literally as tight as you can keep it. And if it does go in your favor, then it's not going to come knock you out, right? Even here, when it dipped here, did not knock you out of your position. So even if you lose, you only lose a tiny amount. Yeah, no trailing stop loss. No. Now, what happens if you do this play, you make this play, and you wait for the crossover? Let's see, but it's dumping. It's a red day. Then, well, there hasn't been a crossover until here. You would get a crossover here, and you would have bought in at, let's see, the top here at 240, and then yeah, you got stopped out. So yeah, I think that's kind of the play here. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I think the play is the 3 minute time frame. Play the crossover in the MACD. If it happens, buy. Set a tight stop as I just showed you, like really tight, like 3 cent tight stop. If it goes in your favor, you're gonna make money, right? If it doesn't, you take the like really small loss and you move on. So definitely no trailing stop loss for me, at least. You do what you want. But see, if you jump in, if it's gonna pump, you're gonna make money, and it's gonna close on a strong green candle. So even if you close the position at the end of the day, you made money, right? So, and I'm saying this because it's kind of, like I said, it's been green, red, green, red, green, red. So if tomorrow we do break out, you're gonna make hand over fist money. If not, you take the 3-4 cent loss and you move on. That is the play for tomorrow. So if you're watching this and you're the Discord, definitely keep an eye on this one. I do not want you to buy and hold this one though, because I don't know anything about it. I'm just going off the technicals, and I'm just telling you my strategy. And it's a pretty good strategy. Originally, I was gonna say go with the trailing stop. But you know what? Let's go with a tighter stop. Because guess what? If it does pump, let's just, real quick. If you bought it open here and you sold it when it closed, you made money, right? Bought it open, closed here, you made money. Bought it open, it closed here. Guess what? You have a tight stop. You lost 2-3 cents per share. You have 1,000 shares. Ooh, oh, I'm so scared. I lost $30. Ooh. And I'm telling you this because I'm gonna go probably with $1,000. I don't want to go too big on something like this. It's just called having risk management. And again, I'm not like so desperate to turn 1,000 into 1,000,000 that I'm just gonna go all in, right? Like I'm just I have discipline. The only time I would buy with a lot of money would be if I bought down here, but obviously this wasn't on my radar, so it's easy for me to say in hindsight, yeah, it's a buy down here. All right, guys, that is it for the video. If you're in the Discord, be ready for the call out, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully, you took something away from this. But I like what I'm seeing. I don't know about long term though. Long term, we'll see. We'll see if I like it long term. I have to do more due diligence. But on the charts, looking good, looking like a good play going into Monday.